Hello, how y'all doing? I want to talk to you today about Will and Jada. Will Smith, the smack heard around the world. I'm also going to talk about Chris Rock. Now, let's talk about the joke first. Now, what kind of person would make fun of another individual who has a chronic illness and they're undergoing treatment or chemotherapy as a result of that chronic illness? I'm going to tell you what kind of person would make fun of a non-thinking, insensitive person who can't think anyway, like Chris Rock. That's who would make fun of a person with a chronic illness. There are a lot of people who go to the Oscars with medical issues. Melissa Etheridge, when she was up for an Oscar, she went there with a bald head because she was undergoing chemotherapy, and she won an Oscar that night. There are a lot of people who go to the Oscars with medical issues and chemotherapy. A lot of people. But see, what kind of person would make a joke about that? What kind of insensitive cad would make a joke about that? Would you make a joke about breast cancer? Would you make a joke about, would you make a joke about lung cancer? You're stupid if you would. Now, if you just look at the video, Will laughed initially, which says something about him. He laughed at the joke initially. And what they're saying on news media is that when he saw Jada Pinkett's face, that's when he got mad and went up there and slapped him. But initially, he laughed at the joke also. I think that any man that would laugh, that would allow somebody to denigrate, talk bad about, or make a bad joke about their wife or the girlfriend is not a husband, is not a boyfriend. Any man, let's talk about husband and wife, is not a husband. Don't qualify to be a husband. If you allow somebody to criticize your girlfriend, your wife, say anything bad about your wife, you don't qualify to be a husband. That's what my opinion is. So when Will initially laughed at the joke, he didn't qualify to be a husband. A man should defend his wife's honor. You know, when my mother told me that this man said something out of the way to her, and my father stabbed him several times. Now, that happened over 50 years ago, so it's no point in even calling the police, okay? But if he had did that on the street, if Chris Rock had done that on the street, he probably would be dead by now. If he had done that on the street. Any man who let other men or let someone else denigrate or say anything bad about their wife or the girlfriend does not qualify to be a husband. Does not qualify to be a boyfriend either. You know, some men just not boyfriend material. They're not boyfriend material. They're not husband material. And any man, you know, they would call his wife's name or allow other people to do that, just not boyfriend material, not husband material, period. Now, Will Smith defended his wife, okay? And at that point, I think when Will Smith defended his wife, smacked Chris, said, "Don't leave my wife's name out of your mouth," and so on. He said it twice. At that point, he did become a husband. But when he initially laughed at it, no, he wasn't a husband. But when he said that, yeah, he became a husband. Now, I don't understand Chris Rock. Why didn't Chris Rock say, okay, the Oscars come but once a year. I'm going to tame my mouth. I'm not going to say a whole lot of stuff. I'm not going to say any bad stuff. The Oscars come but once a year. I'm not going to mess this up for Will. I'm not going to mess this up for the other nominees. I'm not going to say, why didn't Chris say that? Because why? He's dumb and stupid. But look, in the street, he probably would have been killed. Okay? Maybe in Appalachia too, okay? But see, why? Chris would never say that about a white woman. He would never say that about a white woman. But he'll say that about a black woman. He'll put a black woman down. Why? Because she's just a black woman. She don't mean nothing. She don't mean nothing. So he can say that even at the Oscars. He can say something bad about a black woman because in the scheme of things, she don't mean nothing. He can treat her like trash, talk about her like trash, but I guarantee you he wouldn't have said it about a white woman. Any kind of white actress, he wouldn't have said it at all. Now, I don't understand Chris. Why didn't he say, I'll act half decently this one time a year. Oscars only come but once a year. I'm going to act half decently, but he didn't. Because he has no common sense and he has no class. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship Jada and Will have. I didn't see them touching at all at the Oscars, at all. They usually kind of hugged up, holding hands, touching each other, usually. But they didn't touch each other at all at the Oscars. I don't understand what kind of relationship they have. She gets into what she calls an entanglement with this other man. She parades him on the red carpet. And then Will takes his picture with the other man on the red carpet. I mean, what kind of mess is that? They just untraditional, I would say, and just kind of odd to me that they would do that. That she would parade her boyfriend on the red carpet, and then Will Smith would take his picture with the other boyfriend. That's kinky. That's weird, y'all. So I don't really know what kind of relationship they have. I don't know. But like I said, I didn't see them touching each other at all at the Oscars. However, I do admire Will Smith for defending his wife's honor, because at that point, when he defended his wife, when he went up to the stage, smacked Chris and said, "Don't put my wife's name in your mouth," said it twice, he became the husband. Congratulations, Will. You became a husband in 3 or 4 seconds.